On this episode of Lapeef, Let's Talk.
And I think people will look at it and they'll wonder, sort of going back to what Mr. Logic said, like he kind of could look at somebody and say and see, oh, she probably don't, just assuming she doesn't have a man based on her actions. So I think that's what people would look at. People would look at, oh well, maybe she's probably single because she's masculine. She's, you know, acting crazy. She's just all over the place. So assuming that she doesn't have any direction or nobody, with her, I think that is probably what it is. It's not your, I don't think that her actions are necessarily a representation of who she with, but I think people will look at the fact of, that if she does have somebody, why is he with that person because of the way that she is? Like, why would he deal with the woman who's so masculine and so all over the place? I think that's, you
You
know,
know why he would? Because he's feminine.
Yeah, yeah, you haven't found that person though, but you got a whole lot of options. You got a whole lot of options. Even looking at the way you carry yourself, you know what I'm saying? You got options, but you still looking for that right individual. And now I can only tell that from your body language. Your body language present that you present body language that it's overconfidence, but you have to be overconfident because you're single. Because if you had somebody there, you'll be laid back, you'll be chilling.
Don't quit your day job, Mr.
really
Logic. Because this
Hey,
whole
look,
like
I might be wrong.
That's funny that he can think that. And I think that also displays, how people can make assumptions, just like he made the assumption that if someone's upset at work, that means that they're single. It's the same thing. People can make assumptions based on their perception about what they think.
Hold on.
That's okay. You know what I mean? Like he can have that. That's not going to change anything over here.
All right, go ahead, Lodge. You about to say something?
No, I'm saying, so now is you going to verify, you know what I'm saying, my assessment? Are you single?
No, that assessment's not correct. But
okay. Well,
that's
you know
your
what? I'm gonna leave it at that because I don't know the full details though. But see, I give you a whole roadmap after that. But I'm gonna leave it alone though.
A roadmap. Okay.
I almost want to know what that roadmap was going to be.
Hey, that roadmap. You know what I'm saying? I think Anton said it earlier. You know, or somebody said it. But hey, we gonna leave it alone.
More inaccuracies. That's okay.
Yeah, you good.
Yeah.
Okay. So again, the question is that I have that nobody seems to answer. If a woman is overly masculine on a regular basis or she steps out of frame, is that a reflection of the man that she with or the people that the other men that she's surrounding herself by? Like flat out, everybody tiptoeing around it. Nobody is well, I know what Mr. Logic thinks because I caught the bat signal just a second ago, but is it a reflection of the men that she's dating with, married to, surrounded by, raised by, whatever? Is it a reflection of the man when a woman ain't doing what she's supposed to do and she out of control?
I answered it. She didn't like
crickets.
I answered.
You know what
I'm gonna say yes. Crickets.
Yeah, we can hear you. I can hear you anyway.
Here's the thing, real quick. I think it's interesting when we having these conversations, right? Anton, when you said that, like I was prepared to go a completely different way and just oppose it and just be like, nah, that's more of a reflection on her and whoop, whoop, blah, blah, blah. Then I'm sitting up here and I'm honestly thinking about it because I put it in context of my daughter that I'm raising. I put it in context of my girl that I just proposed to.
Shout out to Rilla. He slept that in there too. Shout out to Rilla.
My girl, y'all ain't never. No, hey, real spill. Y'all will never see my girl run up on this stream. Y'all will never see my girl out of pocket. Y'all will never see my girl other than be in the feminine pocket that she's in. And that's why I'm cool with listen, when dudes and females sit up there, oh, he beta, he simp, he this, he that, whoop-de-woo. My girl was feminine when I met her. You dig? Ain't too much I gotta do there. I ain't gotta worry about what she wearing when she go outside. I ain't gotta worry about if she thotting and bopping out in these streets. I ain't gotta worry about if she's showing too much ass. I ain't gotta worry about that. Cause she already in pocket. Cause she's she's more self-conscious about who she is and how she gonna present herself. And then she's also thinking what we talk about is taking on this last name and the legacy that we build. But I always think it's interesting that people compartmentalize. I can be this way when I'm with y'all, and then I'm this way when I'm with my man. I think that's interesting because Q gets up here and Q got a man. She said it. It ain't no, I ain't disclosing nothing. I ain't putting her on blast.
What?
But I've heard Q say, I got a man. She said it multiple times. She got a man, but she's constantly in pocket. We seen other young women get on the platform, whether they got a man or not. Well, the ones that I'm thinking about, they got men, and they constantly in pocket. But I just think it's interesting how it's wax on, wax off with feminine energy. I just think that's interesting. So, Anton, I don't think you're gonna get an answer to your question, because the truth be told, they would really have to answer that. Either I'm a reflection of the man that raised me, or I'm a reflection of the man that I'm currently with. That's a fact.
I mean, can
Rilla
we give
said
the
I'm
other
here
ladies?
for 2022.
Can we give the other? They didn't get a chance to answer, Rilla. Can we give the other ladies to answer the question?
Yes, Q. I'll get in my feminine energy.
But no, but Q,
No, I didn't
I'm
say that.
curious. You know what? You know what's so interesting about this conversation, Q? It's because on the last subject, ooh, they couldn't wait to jump in. They was double dutching, hopscotching. They couldn't wait to jump in on that conversation and go in on Anton and help me to understand and see it their way. I hear crickets right now. I don't hear anything. You hear anything? No, I don't hear anything.
Go ahead, Didi. I think you.
I already answered. I mean,
So
nice.
I'll just say this. I do think that if you're displaying, masculine energy, and you're putting, all that masculinity out there, it's a reflection of you, not necessarily your the person that you're with, whether it's your boyfriend, husband, or whatever. But I think people will look at it and they'll wonder, sort of going back to what Mr. Logic said, like he kind of could look at somebody and see, oh, she probably don't, just assuming she doesn't have a man based on her actions. So I think that's what people would look at. People would look at, oh, well, maybe she's probably single because she's masculine. She's, acting crazy. She's just all over the place. So assuming that she doesn't have any direction or nobody, with her, I think that is probably what it is. It's not I don't think that her actions are necessarily a representation of who she with, but I think people will look at the fact of, that if she does have somebody, why is he with that person because of the way that she is? Like, why would he deal with the woman who's so masculine and so all over the place? I think that's,
You know why he would? Because he's feminine.